Hello and welcome back to episode 12 of Take to the Skies. St Albans, we're back for the FA Cup first round game against Shrewsbury and also a game against Kingstonian in the league. But of course, we're in the first round proper of the FA Cup for the first time in the series. Let's go and see if we can make it through to the second round. So, since you were last with us, it's only been a few games. We had the game against Farnborough, which we won 2-0 with goals from Rush and Longello. And then most recently, we beat Tunbridge 1-0 as well, which means we're top of the league at the moment. We're level on points with Wealdstone and Maidstone as well. And also Dover are only 1 point behind. So it's very tight at the top of the league. But as it stands, we are the ones that are top of it. And of course, today it is Shrewsbury time. If you are looking forward to this game, please do hit like. Give me your predictions down below. How do you think the score is going to go in this game? I think this might be the end of our cup run, but we're going to give it our best shot. Just a little side note, actually. Because of playing Shrewsbury, I thought I'd do a bit of research and see how often St Albans have been in the FA Cup proper. So they have been in the FA Cup every so often. They've only reached the second round 5 times. And during all the FA Cup they've entered, they've only once beat league opposition, which was Brentford in 1924. So you never know. We just might be able to do something that hasn't been done in nearly a century of St Albans history. So let's go and see if we can pull it off. And the lineup we've gone with today for the biggest game of the save, we've got Parks in goal. Harper, Mensah, Kozak and Sanders are the back four. On the right we've got Napper, Wise and Comley in the centre. Longello is on the left wing. We've got Thomas actually sitting in more of a number 10 role and then Rush up front. So we've experimented a little bit to try and get an extra man in midfield by putting Thomas or Jeffers in the number 10 rather than flat out up front. And this is going to be a big test for that formation against Shrewsbury here. Hopefully we can give a good account of ourselves. We do seem to have more fans here than we have for your normal league game, which is very good to see. And hopefully there's quite a few fans there for them as well. However, early on, McKee plays it back to Moinby. He finds Clark further forward. Bradshaw now coming at us, but did well to hold him off. But then Moinby is in behind. He finds Vela. Back to Moinby. He's trying to find space for a cross, and Bradshaw gets a shot off and Parks with a fantastic save at his near post. McGee with the corner, Napper heads away, and Longello is able to put some pressure on Vela there. Nothing came of it, but so far so good, as we are nearly at half time at 0-0. Admittedly, it's been all Shrewsbury, but I think you kind of expect it to be. Absolutely fantastic that we can come in at half time and be 0-0 with league opposition. We're back out for the second half now. Let's try firing them up. Most of them seem to have liked that, except Harper and Thomas. They're not keen on it. We're going to make a change here. We're going to bring Jeffers on for Thomas as a shadow striker and see if he can exploit a bit of the space. And no, he's just got himself booked instead. Bolton with a throw on the right finds Pike. McGee back to Davis. He goes back to Bolton on the right wing. Cross comes in. Pike heads down to Bradshaw, and the deflection fell to Pike, who puts it into the opposite side of the net where Parks was already diving away from. And it's a bit of an unfortunate goal to concede there. You can see here, Pike headed down, and it's a bit of a strange attempt to save from Parks, looking at it from that angle. But it is what it is. And we are 1-0 down. What we're going to do now is, I think we're going to send on. What do we do here? I think we're going to send Packham on in midfield. Or do we send... Yeah, we'll send Packham on. And see if he can make a difference in midfield. Just give it a bit of extra muscle in there. Fire them up again. And... You know what, we're going to try something. We're going to have to go attacking towards the end here. Just to try and see if we can get a goal. And... We're going to send on... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop Longelo back to here. Sanders is going to come off for Wiltshire, who's then going to swap wings with Napa. So he can play as an inverted winger. Try and cut inside to help create something. While Longelo pushes on behind him. And let's see if we can get a late goal at all. Doesn't look like we're going to. And we are out of the FA Cup in the first round proper. It was a solid defensive display. We kept them at bay for a long time. It was unlucky from the keeper when we did go behind. So I'm quite pleased with the performance. I think that shows there's progress in the squad. It's unfortunate to go out, but against Shrewsbury, as I said at the start, I expected it. More importantly, from the look of the stadium, it's a nice bit of a payday for us. And we can now go back into the league knowing we've took it to a league football team. And let's go and see if we can keep that going. And we're back now for the game against Kingstonian. We've got just a couple of changes. Longelo dropping to left back, Myring coming in on the left-hand side. And then Packham is playing in midfield alongside Wise because Comley is actually on international duty, which is odd to see at this level. I've forgotten who he's representing. But yeah, he's away playing with his international team. They've just drawn 1-1. He had a 6.7 in the game. So he's not back quite yet. I think he'll probably be back for our next game. Myring plays it back to Longelo early on. Thomas is on the ball. It's back to Packham, who tries to find Myring, but it was a poor pass. And Butchman has headed it on to Whittaker, who's missed a fantastic opportunity there for Kingstonian early on. And a little bit of a warning sign there that, yeah, there was a mistake there. Ball comes in. Harper gets beaten in the air. Coker scores, but it's been disallowed for offside. And a very good call from the linesman, to be fair. Now it's a corner for... Oh, they've scored off the corner. I'm glad we prevented them scoring from open play. It really mattered. What was that? In the same minute. Literally, what's the point? Let's fire them up. Parks going long towards Rush, who can't bring it down. Napa controls it, though, and looks over the top to know what. Napa, that's your position. You're the right winger. Ball comes back down our side end of the field. Buchanan plays it back to Shocknooby. Harper then dispossesses his man, plays the ball forward towards Rush, but he's very isolated, and this is poor. Ball forward again. Packham brings it down. Wise plays it to Thomas, who plays the ball over the top towards Rush, who this time does get on the end of it. And a penalty is being... That is a soft penalty. Rush steps up, and a fantastic penalty. I'm always tempted to go shorter passing because we seem to just be... Or, let's try. Slower tempo, but still direct. See how that does for us. Rush with fantastic penalties, much as I don't think it was a penalty. We're not going to pay attention to that. We're back on level terms. Napa heads the corner away and Turner collects it. He goes back to Spencer Adams, who looks over the top for Saravia. And a fantastic block in there. I think that was from Kozak. It was indeed. And then Harper puts it out for a corner. Corner comes in. Parks comes and claims that ball. And now it's our corner. Napa going towards the far post, headed away by Spencer Adams to Richards, who finds Buchanan. He's going to try and go down the wing past Harper, who's trying to hold him off. Great block on the cross there, but now Saravia gets his cross in, and there's a missed header there, and it's 2-1. And we look at all out of sorts at the minute. We need to try and close them down a bit more. They've got the good block there from Harper, but then it goes back to Saravia. He whips the ball in. Kozak misses the header, and Coker at the far post is completely free and able to just put it into an empty net near enough. Which means we've now got to work our way back into this game. Once again, we're going to tell them that first half wasn't good enough. And you know what? Harper's demotivated. So we're going to just bring him off. Sundai can go into midfield. And Packham can go to right back. Because if you're demotivated, you've got no reason to be on the pitch. We're going to berate them straight away from half time because this isn't good enough at the moment. And now we're trying to get back into it, but so far we're not doing anything to get back into it. We're sending Jeffers on as a advanced playmaker in the number 10 role and see if he can drag us back into this game. Longello throws it into Myring, who gets instantly dispossessed by Turner. Mensah heads down. Wise plays it Sundai. Jeffers gets tackled. And they're back on the ball. Kozak heads down. Misses the ball to Sundai. Buchanan has played Whittaker through. And Parks with a fantastic save to keep us at 2-1. And then a poor punch away and the ball goes back in, and somehow we've got away with that. But it wasn't pretty at all. We don't have to start throwing it long and trying to get back into this game now. Parks going to the wing, doesn't find anyone, finds Saravia, who's able to run at us. Gets a shot off and Parks makes a save. But at the minute we are with our backs against the wall a little bit. And we're not finding our way back into this game. And it looks like we are going to be suffering a second loss in a row today. And we have gone down to Kingstonian. That's the second team that have just been promoted that have then beaten us. And it's not good enough. Because Folkestone did the same. And it's just really poor to get beaten by a team that's newly promoted when you're meant to be challenging for the league title. Let's go and have a look at where we're coming back for the next episode. So we'll be back on Wednesday. I think what we'll do is we'll probably come back either for the FA Trophy third round if we get past Guiseley, or we'll come back for Dorking and Woking at the end of December, so we can then head into the January transfer window. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment how you think we're going to get on in the FA Trophy. Are we going to keep that push for the promotion going, or are we going to die off a little bit and end up in the playoffs? disappointingly again. And subscribe as well if you are enjoying the series. Any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching.